Our Max panniers include all features within the price. You don't end up paying extra for locks and handles. There are no hidden costs. Metal Mule, engineered to be different. Proud sponsors of the bike reviews on Adventure Bike TV.
On this month's bike review, we've got KTM's latest 250 Freeride. Now, we have reviewed the Freeride before, but that was the old 350, and this is a very different bike. I'm here with Luke from KTM, who's going to give us all the lowdown on the all-new Freeride 250. But Luke, just first questions first. The range has shrunk down a little bit.
Yeah, that's an intentional thing, of course. Yeah, we've gone from having 3 electric Freerides to just 1, and on the combustion side of things, we've gone from the 354-stroke and the 252-stroke to just the 254-stroke now, with the Freeride 250F. And basically, Euro 4 homologation rules meaning that we had to develop, visit the bike for emissions and noise and that. And with the 2-stroke, we've had to go fuel injection with the TPI bikes, but we've not done that with the Freeride just because of the numbers involved. So we tested a new 250 and new 350 engine, but for the concept with Freeride and the wide range of riders we want to appeal to, we felt the 250 was the best way to go. Right,
okay. And it's pretty much a ground-up change to the bike. Everything's changed. Is it just kind of give me the high level and all the changes?
That's right. Physically, it kind of looks different. Sorry, it looks the same, but we've got new graphics. But you've got like an EXC headlight mask and front mudguard. But chassis-wise, it's a new frame, particularly a much longer headstock, really, making that a lot more stable. And new WP Explore front forks and rear suspension, which is, from my point of view, really changed the ride of the Freeride. It's so much more capable. I mean, before it was very novice-friendly, but we wanted to keep that novice-friendly kind of feeling, but also appeal to much more experienced riders. So trials riders who want a longer distance machine, and now we've got basically a chassis that can really handle that.
Yeah. Okay. And the engine's it's a brand new engine as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's from the latest version of the 250 EXCF. It's detuned, so standard trim it's 20.5 horsepower, so it can appeal to A2 license holders. But you can get a power part, which means you get an increased power and traction control map to it. So yeah, it's just really flexible. It's really revvy engine, and it pulls. You've ridden it now. It pulls hard enough. It's still fun, and it's not intimidating. So it's just keeping the appeal of the Freeride, but we're just widening the scope and widening its abilities to appeal to more experienced riders.
And in terms of its appeal, I mean, the original Freeride was always a bike that would appeal to trials riders and enduro riders. Yeah. That's still the kind of the target.
Yeah, I mean, it's compared to an EXC, which obviously they're competition bikes. This is lighter and lower, but yeah, like you said, appeal to trials riders who want a long distance machine. Appeal to those who want green laning with a machine that's not very race orientated, very focused and firm. And again, that sort of lightweight, that sort of real narrow appeal, lower seat height means it's a friendly way to get on 2 wheels and really build confidence.
Perfect. All right, thanks very much.
No problems.
Perfect. Now, KTM had a press launch a few days ago. Now, we could have gone to the press launch and jostled shoulders with all the rest of the press, but we want to do something a little bit different. So we had a word with KTM, and we got 2 bikes for a whole weekend to do whatever we wanted to. And what did we want to do? I wanted to take Tom with me.
Just for a bit of clarification, the old range of petrol-based Freerides used to have the 354-stroke and the 252-stroke. Now they just have this 254-stroke, plus of course the electric Freeride. Why, you may ask? Simplification! European homogenisation, regulations, customer feedback. Take your pick and choose your combination from the above. KTM tells us that the Freeride 250F is the ultimate all-rounder for fun trails, trials and enduro, weighing in at 99 kilos. When we rode the old 350 Freeride a couple of years ago, we said yes that it's all those things, but it's clearly not a continent munching, or even for that matter, a country munching long distance adventure bike, but that it would make a great bike for a weekend of green lane and trail adventuring.
One of the things that really strikes me about riding the Freeride, in comparison to, say, for example, a bigger EXC like a 500 or 525, is it doesn't have quite the same hooligan feel, but that's a good thing because the ability to control it and how safe you feel on it, and how it's like having a kind of warm, comforting pair of hands taking care of you on the bike. It's just so easy to ride.
And when I say easy, it wouldn't feel much of a change from a fat bike mountain bike to this, or a trials bike. So I guess that means that the target audience for KTM has got to be anyone maybe new to off-road riding, someone looking for an easy green laner, or just someone after a bucket full of grin factor. So if you're getting the sense that both Tom and I really enjoyed riding these bikes for the weekend, you'd be spot on. It's not too tall, so Tom found it easy to get on and off of, unlike he does on many other taller trail riding bikes. And if you're even more vertically challenged, there's a seat lowering kit to go down a further 25mm, and the pegs are adjustable. Reverse them and they move back by 8mm. Front positioning gives better cornering, rear positioning better traction, apparently.
Yeah, the Freerides are excellent. I thought I would be upset that they got rid of the 350, but now you've got the kind of fuel injection on the 250. To be honest, it doesn't feel that much different to the 350 that I've ridden before, although obviously that was, you know, several years old. But you know, the Freeride's a great bike for me. Most of their motocross bikes are just far too tall for me. I've always loved the Freeride, and I love this one too.
There's a 5-litre fuel tank tucked away under the seat, so you won't get too far between top-ups, but you'll be glad of the rest, as you'll be spending so much of your time standing up, loving the trails. It truly makes you feel like the emperor of trail riding, the chief of the heath, the king of fling, the boss of moss. Well, maybe not so much the last one, but you get the picture. And it didn't matter whether we were crossing axle-high water, or giving it some beans along a trail, popping a little jump, or tackling some more trials-ish, technical-ish mounds. These little fellas took every single one of them in their stride. The whole question of whether these bikes can be classed as adventure bikes is, in my mind, actually quite irrelevant. We always say that any bike can be an adventure bike. It's only that the type of adventure you go on will be different. A Freeride is a bit of a take it with you wherever you go kind of bike. At 99 kilos, it'll easily sit on a tow bar rack, so no trailer needed. Pop a tent and a sleeping bag in your rucksack, and there your adventure begins. For a weekend away anyway, with lots of stops of fuel, and low speeds on tarmac, and a numb bum. But those things don't matter, because you will be smiling every single mile of the way.
Right, so we had an absolutely fantastic weekend riding those two bikes. And what can we say in conclusion? We had a fantastic weekend. They're easy to ride. They flattered our riding, and we had an absolute hoot. But that's just kind of riding them and having fun. What are they like as an adventure bike? Well, I think, refer to my previous answer. They are great bikes, and you can have a lot of fun. You're not going to go and ride across the continent on them. You're not going to ride for weeks and end across mountains, I don't think. But as a weekend adventure bike, throw a bit of kit on them, absolutely perfect. Would I have one of them in my garage? If I had enough room, I probably would.
All our panniers have double-folded corners and inverted trays to increase strength and durability. Metal Mule, engineered to be different. Proud sponsors of the bike reviews on Adventure Bike TV.